Hi, it's Kat. Just before the podcast usually starts and we start our regularly scheduled programming, I just wanted to make this quick video to say that we made this video about a week or so ago, so it doesn't mention all the current events that are happening right now, and because of that it's kind of like a light-hearted video. I just wanted to say that I hope that it brings a little bit of light to your life right now, but I also understand that things like the protests and the movements and all of that that's happening is obviously much more important. So I will be leaving all the donation links and all the petitions that you can sign. Everything will be the first thing that you see in the description, and I'll also put a little card up here so you can check that out. Stay safe, stay strong, keep fighting. This will stop if we yell hard enough.
Greetings, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another podcast. I'm Savvy.
I'm Kat.
And thus, we have the creative name of the SavvyCat Podcast. So we've been talking about some pretty, deep, heavy stuff recently, and we thought we'd just, lighten it up a little bit, talk about something a bit fun, just because life's a lot at the moment and we wanted to have some fun chats and just keep you company and come welcome you into our just lovely conversations. And we're going to talk about our travel stories because we've traveled a decent amount together. Well, I've visited Kat in the foreign countries she has lived in, and then we've traveled a little bit.
Yeah.
So, we thought we'd share some of our fun stories with you because we have quite a few over the years.
Yeah, we have some very interesting ones that we've collected.
Including being attacked by a killer tiny bird.
It was terrifying. I've never seen a bird so brave and so cocky before.
I know, it's insane. So that was in Yogyakarta. I went to visit my mum and my sister and we went to visit Kat in Indonesia, and we went to Yogyakarta, and there was a tiny bird, sparrow sized, and it just came and it wouldn't leave us alone.
It literally landed. Yeah, it landed on our shirts. It was just climbing up all over us, and it would not leave.
It was kind of scary, but it was very cute
terrifying.
Until it was following us and things, and we were just terrified that this tiny bird was gonna.
Yeah, if I have any pictures, I'll put them in the middle here, and you guys can see the terror on our faces.
Oh man, that was so nice though, because at that point I was gonna say I hadn't seen you for ages, so that's not true. You flew over with us because that was after Thea, right?
Yeah, it was after I had just gone to New Zealand for my mum gave birth to my cousin. It's a long story.
My mother gave birth to my cousin, but not in an incest way.
No,
it wasn't her baby.
She was a surrogate. So after that, we flew back to where we were living in Indonesia, and Sav hitched a ride along with us.
No, your mum went over before you. You hitched a ride with us. Oh, because you did that cruise, remember? Yeah, you did that cruise with your dad.
Yeah.
And so you came back with us.
Mm. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
That's why we had New Year's at Mangawai.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was so much fun.
And Kiara said, nature, what was it? Nature sucks because it made you.
I don't want to repeat it. It's still...
My
hurts.
Sister she would have been 13 at the time, 12 maybe? 13. She would have been 13 at the time. And she just said to Kat, she's like, nature sucks because it made you.
it still like hurts. It hurts deep. I will never be able to forgive that.
It's
And
so funny.
Since like to this day, she's
brilliant.
still insulting me through Instagram. So that's fun.
It's so good. But anyway, we went to Indonesia.
Yeah.
We went to visit Kat in Indonesia. She lived in Semarang, which there isn't much there. Other than that, that water park, that rusty, terrifying looking water park. My God.
Yeah. Semarang is like an industrial town. It's more like where people live and work instead of a tourist destination. So we kind of had to leave to get to the touristy fun. This is what Indonesia markets itself as kind of area.
But in Indonesia, in Semarang, we did go like go-kart racing.
We did.
Like kart racing. That was so fun. And my screen name was Brum Brum Sav, which was my name in Kat's phone. Is it still my name in your phone?
Still your name in my phone.
This was 3 years ago. How was it only 3 years ago? It feels like so much longer. 3.5 years. That's how long.
That doesn't sound right.
It feels like a decade. It feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
How is it only 3.5 years? What? Time makes no sense. We are very, very... Because Japan... So that means Tokyo is only 1.5 years after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to work this math out.
It was 2017.
I know you're right.
It was my 17th birthday. Which means I booked tickets to see you in Tokyo the same year I visited you in Indonesia.
There's like traumatic events for both of us in between each of these events. So none of this adds up. There's like
it doesn't make any sense.
Personality
That's right, though,
changes.
I remember I found out I got into uni when I was at your house.
Oh yeah.
I got an email at like
right.
5 a.m. and I found out that I'd gotten into uni. That feels like a lifetime ago. That's so weird. That makes me uncomfortable to think about.
Oh my
God.
The amount like people like mature in that age.
It's crazy.
Age group.
So it's like I see a lot of people who talk to me about being insecure at like 16 and like feel like, you know, they're gonna feel like this forever, and I understand that feeling. Look at us right now. We don't even remember feeling like this when we were 17. This doesn't feel like a real thing. I am very confused by this information.
Yeah, that's gonna take you a while to process, to be honest.
Oh my God, same. And that's when I had like my Monsters Inc. Sully coloured hair.
Yes, iconic, truly.
Yeah. But anyway, that was a nice fun side tangent there. When we were in Indonesia, some of the highlights, we went to like Yogyakarta and we did jewelry making, which was really cool. Well, not very cool. It was in like some man's shed, and it was like 30 degrees with no aircon or fans, but there was fire.
Yeah. It was like you got basically like a sheet of silver and then you got to make your own jewelry out of it. But yeah, it was like someone's back shed with like chickens running around and just open flame. An open flame where you could do your jewelry. It was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. So fun.
I want to do it again. I'm really upset because I had my ring, I lost it at a pool. And I'm really upset about it. It was like an anxiety ring. I made it to play with, and it said breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah. My one, I remember both of my ones bent out of shape because I kept playing with them so many times that they eventually just did not fit on my finger anymore. You get that?
I've got a hair in my mouth and I can't. I found it. It's okay.
Nice.
It took me a sec and I looked ridiculous, but I got it, guys. The best story of Indonesia was we were there for my 17th birthday and we went to a little island off of Bali called Nusa Lembongan, and I loved it so much I actually went back a year and a half ago now. Wow, that's crazy. But and we did like amazing like snorkeling for my birthday and it was incredible. But the staff the staff at the hotel, not hotel,
Yeah.
the like place we were staying anyway, they offered to make me a cake. They asked me what type of cake I wanted. They said they could do sponge, chocolate, or a cheesecake. And then they showed me this picture of this really lovely cheesecake, and at the time I wasn't vegan at this time, and I was like, yeah, I'll have the cheesecake. And so they made on my birthday they bring out this cake, and it looks beautiful.
In their defense, before she even describes what they made, they were not Westerners. They obviously, their culture is extremely different to ours. This is no fault of their own. It's obviously
this is like a miscommunication.
Language, it's a language barrier. We don't, completely understand how they did it, but
it makes sense. It makes sense, but we weren't expecting it. Cut into the cake. We eat the cake, and we're like, this is really weird. And then you pull the two layers apart, and in the middle, it's just grated cheese with icing.
It was just two sponge cakes on top of each other with, like, packeted grated cheddar cheese. Damn it.
It looked so pretty. They'd, like, decorated it with fruit, like in the cheesecake photo they showed us, and it looked so pretty. And then we felt so bad because they'd like, baked this cake, and they didn't charge us for it, I don't think, either.
No, it was a free, just lovely gesture.
And we just, like, couldn't eat this sponge cake full of cheese.
Oh.
Oh my god. It's, to this day, just one of the funniest things. Oh, it's brilliant. Obviously, it makes so much sense as to how they got that wrong. But, oh my god, it is so funny.
It's definitely a very fond memory.
Oh yeah, it's like, that's the best cake. I don't think I'm ever going to receive a cake that I appreciate or remember that much. Yeah. That is just a top tier birthday cake. So good. Oh my god. Oh, and we also on that trip, we like went on to like bikes. Do you remember? And we like biked around the whole island on the motorbikes. Yeah. And you went out in the rain and you came back like sopping wet.
Yeah, Mum and I went on a ride by ourselves, and we got halfway. We like followed this trail through. I remember it distinctly because I was terrified for my life. It was like a dirt road through the jungle, and we were just driving along it, and then suddenly it must have been like a storm, like a full-on tropical storm. Just heavy rain that like hurt when it hit you kind of thing. And we were just like, oh, shit. And we turned around and everybody looked at us.
And the roads were scary too.
Yeah. It was like, it was turning dark as well. So that was just us being idiots. But it was fun.
That's crazy. Oh. Man, after you left as well, because Kat and her mum like left a day or two before my mum, my sister, and I. And I'm sure I would have told you, but I had to go to the hospital there.
You didn't tell me this.
We had to walk down the road to the hospital because I couldn't, like, do you remember I had like a really sore throat for like a few days?
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
But it was getting really bad, and I like couldn't breathe very well, and my throat was so sore. So there was a hospital down the road, because it was the only thing on the entire island, and we had to go. And the doctor was just like reached into his bag of pills and was like, here, take this. And we went back to my room, and my mum Googled it, and it was like, not FDA approved, can cause death. And my mum was like, well, you're not taking those.
Yeah.
I had bronchitis, which was fun.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me that now.
The whole island only had salt water, including the showers.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I think it's because your mum tried very hard not to go anywhere touristy.
Yeah.
So like not Bali, not anywhere like that, which is the right move. Because if you want to experience Indonesia, don't go to Bali.
Yeah.
That's like second Australia. And
don't want that.
No. Sorry.
Offense to the Australians, we love you.
Yeah. But we did get the budget treatment, which is fair. We did pay budget.
I loved that island though. Like I said,
me too. Yeah.
The snorkeling was incredible. So it was amazing.
Yeah.
We've talked about Indonesia for so long. We have so many travel stories that we could do like 5 different videos on this.
Yeah. After that was Japan.
Tokyo, yeah, I came to visit Kat in Tokyo. 2018. I can't believe that was only a year and a half after that. That was almost 2 years. Hold on. Wait a second. We are further away from Japan now than we were when I was in Indonesia with you. That doesn't make sense in my head. This and Japan feel close. Indonesia and Japan feel like 2 lifetimes.
Yeah.
What's kind of like, I think we both have, just because of my experience, we both have my pre-relationship and my after-relationship.
Yeah.
That's sort of where we at. There's like, and so Japan was post. So that's why it's like this lifetime, whereas anything during and prior to my relationship is like, that's just a different lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're just going off of that timeline, really.
I think so. It's interesting. Yeah. That's a whole nother subject on its own.
You all know.
Yeah.
That's its own thing. So basically, based off of that, we both kind of share that sort of... Obviously, it affected us both a little bit. So,
yeah.
Anyway, Japan. What an incredible place. Well, just Tokyo. It wasn't like Japan. It was Tokyo.
No, yeah.
It was incredible. I want to go back so bad.
We should we should go to Nara. We should go to Hiroshima. Oh, there's so many places I want to take you.
I want to go to, can we, one day, Japan and South Korea?
Yes, definitely.
Great.
100%. I need to go more to South Korea because I've only been to Seoul. So we need to do that one day. Trip. Yes,
excellent.
Definitely.
Anyway, the highlight of Japan was Disney, for sure. That's still one of like the best days of our lives. Japan though, Disney was just so brilliant.
I know.
It was so hot my sunglasses melted, firstly. I went in the middle of like, Tokyo had like a heat wave.
Yeah.
Back in 2018. It was like 38 to 40 degrees every day of pure sunshine. And like the hinges on my sunglasses actually melted. I don't understand how, but it did. So
you actually missed like the full force of that. You came just after.
No, because it was, I'm pretty sure it went on after I left as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
I heard that it was still going on once I left.
Yeah.
I thought I came before it. I think I came before
you might have,
and got it just before it started.
Yeah. All I know is that you missed.
Yeah. The last day I was there, it was 40 degrees and I had my massive suitcase, like dragging it around the town, getting to the airport in 40 degree weather. Oh my God. But like Disney was so, just like, that's just such a special memory.
I know.
Like it's not even anything in particular about it. It's like the whole experience, and it was just like, obviously me and Kat don't get to see each other very often, so it's like this one magical experience that we had together, and it was really, really just so good. It was so good. Also in Tokyo, I got Kat drunk for the first time.
She did.
I'm a good influence.
I don't remember much from it, but I remember drinking a bottle of water and just spraying it everywhere. And
she likes Fireball. That's the alcohol of choice.
Yeah, that's like the only alcohol that I drink.
Which is so funny because I feel like that's the opposite to so many people. I love Fireball. Fireball's great.
Amazing. Yeah.
Me and Kat aren't big drinkers, by the way. So, like, we're not encouraging people to drink alcohol. I don't drink. She doesn't really drink. I'll have like a
The
couple
only
every now and
times-
then, but
The only times I've ever been drunk was with Savannah.
in Tokyo. Oh, and in
Tokyo.
Prague.
And in Prague.
The free
And in
wine.
Prague.
Bro, that
Yes.
was such a good night. That was such a good night. In Prague, we went to a medieval dinner, which was one of the best things. It was so good. It's like a 5-course dinner, right? So they had a 5-course dinner in this like medieval setup, like basement that's like 1,200 years old or something, and like it was set up exactly like how you'd expect it to be, and there are like belly dances and unlimited wine.
It was unlimited wine, which was bad for me. I had just like,
So
as soon as we
funny.
entered the door, I got a message saying that a dog that I looked after in Tokyo had just passed away. So my immediate reaction was like, I don't want this to ruin my night. So I grieved in an interesting way.
Don't drink to grieve, my friends.
Don't do that.
Oh man,
Do not
I
do
remember.
that.
I just remembered afterwards we went to McDonald's and got fries. I fully forgot they don't do hash browns in Prague.
They don't. How am I going to
Not even
survive
a
4 years?
I mean, you don't really have McDonald's hash browns at the moment, do you? Very regularly.
That's true. But still, just the knowledge that I'm going to be 4 years in university without hash browns.
It's terribly sad. I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
Oh, that medieval dinner was so good.
It was so,
And the pirates
so-
fighting. There was a pirate sword fight. There was a sword fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I remember
And
that.
a
Oh, this is making me
really,
smile so much.
really attractive woman dancing. It was
Multiple.
top
With a snake.
tier. With a snake. Yeah.
Oh, it was so good, and everyone's like, the atmosphere was so nice. Me and Kat were there, like,
Yeah.
I could spend forever here. And,
Yeah.
5-course meal.
I genuinely...
It
was
was
so
just
great.
incredible. And it's like that thing of, like, you're going to Prague, and, like, we can do it again, but it's not going to be as special, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You, like, don't want to
No. And
taint
it's
the first memory.
It's quite...
For what it is,
No.
I think it's quite cheap for
Yeah,
what it
I don't
is.
want to... It's really, really good for the price for what it is. I highly, highly recommend it. And
If
like,
you're in Prague,
you're-
definitely do
Yeah.
it.
it's definitely very good. I also recommend the ghost tour that we went on, 'cause that was amazing. I
loved that ghost tour. That was so cool. Oh my god. Here, wait. I've got my diary right here, my journal. We wrote
Yes.
down all the ghost stories.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Do you want to hear a ghost story, everyone? Yes, you do. So,
Yeah.
what's the best one? The death house I wrote the most. I like
Yeah,
the goat demon one.
too.
The goat demons one is a good segue, so we can do that
Yes.
after. Do you want to say the death house one, or do you want to do the goat demons one?
Do the goat one.
Do you want to say the story? I feel like I've talked way more than you.
Okay, I can say it.
I'll give you a moment to speak because I keep talking. I'm sorry.
No. I like listening to you talk, so it's all good.
Aww, I like listening to you talk too.
Okay, a cozy street. Cozy street? Cosi street? I'm still in
I have
learning
no
Czech.
idea.
Forgive me. A young girl who lived at the edge of a goat market named Cozy Street, which is the Czech word for goat, loved dancing more than anything. Every time that she heard music, she would just dance. She would run to wherever it was playing and dance. Her mother thought she had gone a bit insane because of this, and as punishment for her obsession with dance, on Easter, she locked her in her room. But hearing the music from the Easter celebrations, the girl broke free and ran into the street. And because of this absolute the breaking of the rules and the breaking of her mother's trust, she was greeted by a demon goat carriage rising from the ground with red eyes and black smoke, and she died on the spot from shock. It actually...
I love your reading voice.
Thank you. Yeah, it turns out it was probably like underneath Cosy Street. You can go to the street. You can go to all the places that the ghost stories took part of. Underneath that is a alchemy laboratory, which you can also visit, and which we did visit, and also highly recommend. It was very, very cool, very medieval, very spooky.
Yeah, it was like an original alchemy lab from like 1,000 years ago or something. Like
where they were trying to, fool's gold, and like where they were trying to, it's the elixir of life, right? Elixir of eternal life. So the Philosopher's Stone, for any of you who read Harry Potter, it's that. Yeah. Yikes. But yeah, there was an alchemy lab. There was an alchemy lab underneath that was making that, and the guess was, because the event did happen, not the demon goat rising with red eyes, though you can believe that if you wish. But on Easter, during the celebrations, a big bang did happen, and a lot of people reported seeing a chariot pulled by red-eyed goats with black smoke. What probably happened was that below, one of the alchemy labs blew up or had an explosion, and then they all got really fucking high and just started seeing demon goats. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That ghost tour was so cool.
It was so much fun.
The weirdest one was the one at the clock tower. I just expected that to end so differently.
I know. I was really disappointed by the ending, so I'm pretending I didn't hear it.
I know. I'm like, it was basically we thought it would end with this lady like being killed, and it ended up with her just becoming Christian.
Yeah, that was literally it. I was like, it was full off like it led in with like this little like little hint towards like nobody can go up to the top building windows for some reason. Like he just added that detail. So throughout the whole story in my mind, I was like, okay, she jumps out the window. That's why people can't go up there. And no, she just became a nun.
It was just such a fucking anticlimax.
I was so disappointed.
That was a weird accent. What was that voice? I don't even know what that was. I'm sorry. Oh, man. There was just so... And, oh my god. No, okay. Somehow I managed... Like, I booked all our accommodation, and I somehow managed to find the perfect place in Prague. Like, basically, we're obviously on a budget, because we're... children. I refuse to believe I'm an adult. We are children.
We're broke college students.
Yeah, uni students. Yeah. You've been at American school for too long. But I like filtered my searches to like cheapest but with good ratings. And I found this place. So we stayed in hostels, obviously, which is like you share rooms with other people. And I found this place, and it was so nice. And it was like, what? It was like 10 euros a night, I think, maybe? Yeah. Not even that. Yeah. I think it was less than that. I think it was maybe 8 euros a night. It was really cheap.
It was genuinely the safest place that I've kind of stayed at before. And it was a hostel.
So nice.
It was so good.
And it was literally like an 8-minute walk to the castle. And at the castle, like, I have to drink coffee every day. And at the castle, there's like literally a Starbucks at the castle. And so we got like Starbucks in the morning, and you can sit, and the view is phenomenal. The view of Prague
the best view you will ever see in your life. And I'm saying that as a well-traveled person. It's one of the most stunning views I've ever seen.
It was like a postcard, but better.
Yeah.
Like, not a postcard, like art. And it was just breathtaking. And we sat up in the Starbucks and just looked out over the city every morning. And it was like the middle of winter, so it was like crisp air. It was like 0 degrees, and so like everything just looks crisp, you know?
And just drinking
wonderful.
a hot drink and just it
was just brilliant. If you want to see photos from all this, I did post a lot on I posted a bit on Instagram, but
I'll put some like brief pictures
photos
up here.
Good idea.
But they're also on Instagram if you want to check that out.
Oh, it was just such a lovely, oh my god. And then that morning where we like kind of saw snow, but it wasn't really snow,
I know.
but like I'm counting it.
It was like white morning frost, but we counted it because we wanted to see snow the whole time.
Yeah. But it was like warm for winter. Like Prague was the coldest, and the rest of us we went were like 12 degrees, and this is like the middle of January.
It got
very upset.
so much colder once you left, though. Germany was fucking freezing.
It snowed in Dusseldorf, but you weren't even there. It snowed the day that you weren't there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's
I
so
know.
sad.
It hailed.
It snowed. No, it snowed here. I saw snow. I saw snow fall from the freaking sky in London. I just sat here and I stared at it for a good 45 minutes, just like.
It did hail
never settled.
quite a lot.
Hate hail.
You've never seen snow before?
Not falling.
Okay.
I'd never seen snow fall. I'd seen it on like Mount Ruapehu and stuff at home, but like I'd never seen it fall from the sky.
Yeah. Okay, city girl. Go off.
It doesn't snow in Wellington.
It snows in Taihape.
Like barely, does it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know where Taihape is, so. Most of New Zealand doesn't get snow, other than the mountains.
Yeah, Taihape is next to the mountain.
I don't know geography. I don't know where anything is anywhere in the world. Like, no, I know nothing about. I can find Topo on the map because I can look for the lake.
Which part of the lake is it on?
That's about the extent of it. Don't ask me that. I don't know. I just point to the lake. I'm like, there it is. So I know where Wellington is too, because that's just at the bottom of the North Island.
Ridiculous.
I'd struggle to find Auckland. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I'm
need
useless.
to sort that out.
But at least it's like not biased, right? I don't know the geography of anywhere. So.
That's true. That's true. She did do, in her defense, as her lack of education on anything modern media or geography or history or literally anything.
I studied music.
That's not a defense.
That is.
She learnt a lot in Berlin. We went to Berlin, and it was a big, we went on like a hop on, hop off bus tour, and once we got to the memorials and the gate, we just sat at a coffee shop and talked for like hours and hours about history and our thoughts on it and the feeling around the city.
Yeah, I mean, Kat went to Kat's not Jewish, but she went to a Jewish primary school. And so she learned a lot of the history and things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I learned a little bit, but obviously not as in depth as Kat would have. So she had a very close.
Yeah, it's not that I went to a Jewish school so we learnt about it. It was, we specifically did a project where we collected 1.5 million buttons and made a memorial on it for every child that died in the Holocaust. So through that process, it took 2 years to collect all the buttons, and then make a memorial and then do all the like newsreels, and the Prime Minister came to our school and speeches and blah blah blah. We did like every lesson was about buttons and the Holocaust. So
They had to count every button.
every single one. I don't think you realize, like, that's the point, obviously.
A lot of counting.
The point was to gather the scope and the just huge amount that is 1.5 million. But, like, it was boxes and boxes and boxes and jars of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh my god.
My mum was the principal and the teacher of that school. So we would have to take them home and just, like, for 3 hours at home while watching TV and eating dinner, it would be, like, counting buttons.
And this was a very, very small school too. Like, New Zealand has a very, very small Jewish community. So there were only, what, like, extremely. 26 people at your school?
The highest amount we got at one time was 35.
Yeah, at the whole school. Because I think New Zealand, in total, there's, like, there's, like, only, like, 60,000 Jewish people in all of New Zealand, I think.
Yeah.
So it's, like...
And the biggest community is in Auckland, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a very small school, so there was a lot of counting. They couldn't divvy that out between, like, hundreds of people. This was just very few people counting all these buttons. Yeah. But it gave her a lot. I mean, it meant she had, like, a good information. She was quite, like, you know, felt quite close to it, so she was able to tell me the history and things, and with quite a lot of empathy.
Yes.
Which was it was good. And just being there and feeling, you can just feel it, really, when you're there. And it's very confronting to see it.
Yeah.
And I think that was such a...
Yeah, it's like, it's just the pain from it. And also, like, I really respect Germany for the way they dealt with that. Because I think, like, a lot of people forget that most of them were German. Like, the victims were German. So, like, I think I have a lot of respect how they didn't, like, push it away or get angry at the consequences of the war or anything like that. They just, we hurt a lot of people and we fucked up. Let's deal with it. Let's take the consequences. Let's mourn and let's move on, which I respect immensely. But we're not talking about heavy subjects today.
Yeah, this is a light-hearted podcast. So Amsterdam was next. Wait, no, in Berlin, one thing that happened was we were staying at a hostel, but there's, like, lots of, like, clubbing and stuff in Berlin. And so there was, like, a bar crawl every night, which me and Kat obviously didn't do because, like we said, we're not big drinkers.
Yeah.
Nor are we social people.
No.
So we're in our hostel, and obviously the people in our room were going to these things, and so they come back at, like, freaking 4 in the morning even, and it's dark in the room, and this person goes into the bathroom in our room, which for some reason has a glass door, and he turns on the light, and this glass door, and just illuminates the whole bedroom while we're trying to sleep.
I don't recommend that hostel.
No. Oh my god. And then in Prague, there were the freaking girls who came in and started yelling at each other at 2 in the morning. They came into our bedroom and were yelling at each other over a pillow at 2 in the freaking morning.
We had, like, a whole, like, at 2 in the morning, we had, like, a whole, like, photo conversation of us drawing little stick figures of us just murdering the girls.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah, because neither of us are gonna say anything. No, that's terrifying. So we were just, like, sending images and texts and stuff complaining about it back and forth. Yeah. Oh man, that was hilarious.
That was great.
Oh my god. Oh man. And then last on our destinations, because we're running out of time. Oh my god.
We are.
Amsterdam. We went to Amsterdam for a week for my 20th birthday, and it was crazy because Amsterdam, so the Netherlands, marked the 20th country that I've been to, and it was my 20th birthday, which I think was quite cool.
In 2020.
In 2020. Bruh. And we just had, that was just it was so good. The place we stayed at was so lovely. And then, you know, we did like a lot of museums, and it was just so good. I loved it.
It was very,
I loved it so much.
I
we were there
really
for a
liked
week
it.
and we could have stayed longer.
A calming down of our trip.
Yeah. It was so good. It was so good. And we, my favorite was, on my birthday, we had some cake. And, some cake. And we went and chased the lights. That sounded.
We had, to
Right, okay.
put this in, not demonetization, not that we're monetized, but not YouTube.
Not that we're monetized
for
anyway.
YouTube friendly. For YouTube friendly words, we had Amsterdam cake. Space cakes.
They didn't work
They
very
didn't
well,
work
and I'm still
at
pissed
all.
about it.
I'm
still pissed about it. They worked a little bit on my birthday. It worked slightly.
I don't know. Part of me just thinks that was just me. Yeah.
Placebo. It worked for me a little bit on my anyway, just a little bit. But like usually space cakes and stuff are like so good. But I don't know. This happened twice to us. Twice. 2 times. 2 different places. And everyone's like raves about them. And I was like, they didn't fucking work.
Like they're always just like, make sure, you know, it's the first time you eat them. So make sure you only take a little bit and then it'll kick in really fast. And bro, I had like a half of that thing and not a feeling.
Because Kat had never done it before.
Not a single feeling in my body. None. Very disappointed by that.
I'm pissed because those aren't cheap.
No, they were vegan.
Oh my god! And I bought my fucking banana.
Do you still have?
So you go to coffee shops in Amsterdam, and so I bought this. I don't know how to roll things or anything because I'm fucking useless. So I bought this. This is a pipe.
Oh my god.
And I was just laughing at myself so much because I realized how ridiculous
yeah.
But it's freaking so funny.
I remember sitting inside one of those coffee shops and just fucking laughing for like 2 hours over that stupid banana.
I was laughing at myself too. It was brilliant. It was so good. So funny. God. Man. But anyway, we did that. And then we chased the lights because it was the light festival. And that was so cool. We got lost a lot. We didn't really know.
Yeah, they had like...
it was kind of confusing.
They had different like light art... not exhibits, but like... What are they called? Statues, not statues. No.
No, I don't know, but I know what you mean.
Different art things.
Art.
That you put up in public spaces. That was scattered around the city, and then you just had to like walk through. They gave you, it was supposed to be like on a map, but neither of us followed the map because we were also...
We got confused.
So we just walked around looking for them, and then we sat on a bench and ate chips.
Crisps.
We ate chips.
Crisps.
We ate chips.
Crisps.
We ate chips.
Crisps.
We ate chips.
Are you American?
I'm New Zealand.
No.
Chips is everything.
That's the American terminology. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. Chips and chips.
No.
So dumb.
Chips.
So dumb.
Everything.
Whoever created that,
Chips are for
dumbass.
everything.
Dumbass.
I'm not arguing.
Dumbass. Whoever created that.
I'm not
dumbass.
arguing over this. It's chips for everything.
Well, most of the people watching this are UK people, so crisps. We sat by the river and ate
Chips.
crisps. Hate you. And it was freezing
so
cold.
cold.
We were just like freezing. Oh my god. And then we went to this place called the Vegan Junk Food Bar because it was my birthday, and we had to wait an hour and a half for a seat in the cold, standing outside for this ridiculously expensive food. But it was very.
It was
good.
very, very good. It was extremely overpriced.
My mom paid for it because
Yeah.
it was my birthday. My mom paid for it because it was my birthday, so we
Yeah.
didn't mind. But ridiculously expensive. Oh my god. But the burger I got was called a McDaddy. And it had a pink bun and a blue bun. And Kat had loaded fries that had like rainbow sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Very over the
It's
top.
so good. If you do go to Amsterdam, and you have like too much money, go there.
The best place though,
Oh, it was
the
so
best place
good.
though was we were walking around. I don't even remember where it was. We weren't specifically trying to find it.
This was after
Yeah.
the museum, the Rijek
Yes.
museum.
There was like
Yeah.
this souvenir shop, but it was full of cats. It was just Photoshop
man.
cats. Like they took like cats and they Photoshopped like bikinis on them, and they custom made T-shirts.
And it was all
Yeah,
handmade.
it was handmade, custom-made T-shirts. It was some Taylor Swift Dreamworld shit. It was fantastic.
Literally. It was magnificent. I don't know the name of it, but surely if you search up like cat shop Amsterdam, I don't know, but it was absolutely the best shop
I
I've
still
ever
have
seen in my entire life.
the postcards that we bought, so I'll find them somewhere, and I'll just pop up like a photo of them because it's exactly what you want in the world.
It just is just happiness in a shop, really. It was just beautiful. If I had money, I would have bought something, but I don't, so I couldn't, and I'm very upset. So we bought postcards.
It was great.
It was such a good trip. I miss it so much, and it's really annoying because like we ended that trip being like, I'll see you in a couple of months because we live close to each other now, and then we went into freaking lockdown, and so we haven't been able to see each other for 4 months again. This always happens to us. But at least now it's the rest of the world not being able to see their friends too. It's not just us. We're not alone now. No one can see their friends.
Suffer with us.
But it's frustrating because this is the first time in like 6 years. 7 years. Because you moved to Wellington when we were 13. This is the first time in 7 years we've been close to be able to like actually visit each other. And the first time in 6 years we've been in like a similar time zone. And it got taken away from us. It is infuriating.
I'm really upset about it, not gonna lie. But
after this is over,
I am really glad
that
we can talk and podcast together.
Yes, we've gotten really close, even closer. Now that we have so much time and same time zones and things, and so we created a Discord server. If you want to join, the link is through the website that I created. Just doing some plugs here. I created a website, thequeerkiwi.com. It's got like a community forum on it, which I haven't checked for a few days, and there might be people who've asked. Someone asked something and I didn't respond.
Oh,
it's been like
please,
2 days,
please respond to them.
Go respond to that. Anyway, I made a website with like a community forum where you can like ask questions and ask for advice and stuff. It's also got like a blog that I'm posting in, and then a shop.
Buy her merch. They're fantastic. Hand stitched. with love she spent.
Hand-stitched
You don't
t-shirts.
understand how much time and love she spent into them, so you better appreciate them, because I will buy the whole stock if you don't.
And tote
Yes!
bags. I've decided to do tote bags with the cute little print that I made. I'm excited. I'm really excited to share that with you all. I hope you really like them. And our Discord server is linked through the homepage as well. If you want to come join our family, we do like general chats. There's places to ask for advice, and just like rant about things. And we do group calls.
We listen to music together,
and it's just a really good time.
me and
We listen to
a
music
couple
together.
people sometimes
just
at
really-
night just listen to K-pop and just talk for hours.
K-pop party.
So, yeah.
It's just a really nice place, and we just wanted to provide something to give you all like comfort and support and just like feel the love. So yeah. I'm also posting bi-weekly videos on my YouTube channel, which will be linked in the description too.
Check those out.
Anyway,
Yes.
charity for today.
IGLTA.
What was it? Thank you. I'm useless at remembering things. IGLTA. It's an organization that helps LGBTQ plus people like travel safely. So they provide like resources and information and things about like LGBT friendly spaces like around the world, as well as like businesses and things like that, and giving money to LGBT small travel businesses and things like that to help you travel safely, because it can be quite difficult, and there's a lot of countries that have like, you know, kind of scary.
They have like places that they give places that you can stay. They give places that just all the information that you need as an LGBTQ plus person. Just that's where you can get all your information from. So if you're interested in traveling after COVID-19, please don't travel during this. Please stay safe. But after this is all over, if you're interested in traveling the world or doing whatever, all the information to stay safe is there. And if you have any extra spare money, you can donate it to keep the site running or to keep the company running and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we just, you know, being LGBT can be kind of hard. Like, although, like, you know, in the places that we live, it's kind of like mostly like it's safer. You know what I mean? But then obviously there are a lot of countries.
I mean, speaking from a person, I'm LGBT and I've lived in 2 countries which laws aren't exactly favorable of that. It does get scary sometimes, and it's almost like a new kind of pressure and stress when you're traveling those places. So all the things to stay safe and to be comfortable when you're traveling, because traveling should be a positive experience for you, will be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check them out. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We have so many more stories, but like we could have kept talking for hours. Thank you for coming. We love hanging out with you. It's Pride Month at the moment, so I hope that you're enjoying virtual Pride. That's happening. So we might do a Pride themed thing next week.
We will.
That'd be quite cool. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying Pride Month. Stay safe. We love you. Thank you for coming.
Bye.